iOS 16 has finally been released to the public, and it has a ton of new updates across the board, from customization all the way down to quality of life things. So in today's video we're going to talk about as many of those new features as we can, so you can decide whether you think it's worth upgrading to iOS 16 now, or maybe waiting a little bit before you do. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump right in. Let's start off with that first feature. Every version of iOS has a major feature which is the main selling point of that operating system. This time it's no different, and it is customizable lock screens. You can customize absolutely everything about your lock screen, from your clock to live backgrounds, even all the way to adding filters. This is pretty incredible, and it is one of the most customizable versions of a lock screen I've ever seen, even coming from an Android phone. Custom images can also occlude your clock. This is pretty clever. It uses depth effects, and you can take any image, be that of a building, a person or an animal, and it can occlude part of your clock. I've got here the version of the Earth, which is a live update of where you are on the Earth. It's really cool, and it has that slight occlusion effect, which I think is just really subtle but actually really nice. Outside of all that customization, there's actually a new feature as well. Just under that clock is a spot for widgets. Just like they are on the home screen, widgets allow you to do quick things and see more information at a glance. For example, I've got all of my home here, and it allows me to turn all of my lights and electronics on and off from just a tap of a button. I can also see from here my 3 activity wheels and a few other things like the temperature and the weather. This is really nice to see, but I just wish there was a bit more space and these widgets were a little bit more custom. They're sort of one size fits all right now. You'll probably also notice a lack of notifications, and that's because they're all hidden at the very bottom of the page. Pulling up from the bottom will show you your carousel of notifications, but they're not going to be in the way, and they're not going to obscure any of that lovely new background that you've created and that lovely new lock screen style. Any important notifications will show up at the bottom there, but you can just swipe them away or push them down to suppress them. It's really simple and quick and easy to be able to change your notifications and really customize the experience to how you want it. Unfortunately, one feature I haven't managed to experience yet is live notifications. Basically, these are the same as normal notifications, but show some kind of a live information or update. During the announcement for this software, they actually released a few screenshots of some, so I'll pop those on the screen now. For example, the Uber, which shows you how far away he is, or how far away you are from your destination in a really quick and easy to see notification without having to unlock your phone. This is pretty cool, and I can't wait for more companies to adopt this so I can start to see it more in action a little bit more around my device. Just like on iOS 15, where you could have separate home screens for different focuses, it's the same with these lock screens as well. You can tie a different lock screen to a different focus, so you can have one background for work and one background for play. It's really nice, and you can actually tie these lock screens also to your different home screens, so you can really customize exactly how you want your experience to be across those two preliminary parts of your phone. Wow, we have covered quite a lot already, and we haven't even unlocked the phone yet. But before we go ahead and do that, I do just want to say that if this is the first time that you're seeing my face on your screen, then 1, lucky you, and 2, go down there, hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, so you get notified every time I upload. Anyway, without further ado, let's unlock the phone and go straight into the messaging app, where we've got a couple more features to talk about. Messages got a few updates to make drunk texting a little less painful. Basically, now you're able to both edit and completely unsend messages on Messenger. Similarly with the Mail app, you can schedule an email or even cancel and pull it back before the recipient has read it, if the email server is set up for it. So if you've ever sent a spare of the moment angry email to your boss or colleague, you can quickly pull that back before any damage is done. Next, heading over to photos, there are a few fun updates here as well. Now you're able to hold down on a subject, be that an animal, a image, a person, a building, and it will actually cut that out and allow you to use it as a sticker on other parts of the OS. So for example here I've pulled a picture of my rabbit Icarus and sent it to my partner. It's really clever that it's able to cut out the background so quickly. Now I can tell you straight away, this is going to make mine and many other YouTubers' job so much easier to just be able to hold down and cut out ourselves for thumbnails. Just like with live images where we could pull text out of it, we can also do this with videos now. Pausing on a certain frame allows us to basically do the same thing that we did with photos, but now with videos. So that's really cool and actually makes it a lot easier for you to follow along with some programming tutorials. Either that or just copy and paste it. I don't really care, I won't tell anyone. Finally, sticking with the photo theme, you can also publish directly to a shared album now. This is really cool but also slightly dangerous. If you're on holiday and you want to share all your photos with your grandma, then it's really quick and easy to do. You just snap the photo and it automatically saves to that library. However, do be a little bit careful of what you're sharing. You don't want to overshare, especially with some members of your family. But you can see from your camera exactly which album you're uploading to, whether that be your personal or shared, and it's just a tap of a button to change that. So just double check that you've got that setting correct before you take any risque photos. Fitness has had a ton of updates too, including the ability to not actually have to have an Apple Watch to do many of the workouts. It can actually track many workouts just through the gyros and all of the sensors in your iPhone, so that's pretty cool. Health has got some updates too, including menstruation cycle changes as well as medication. So you can track your medication over time and your iPhone can basically tell you when it's time to take your meds again. The Home app also got a complete overhaul, and it is a pretty big overhaul. With a new tile-based design, categorization of devices outside of just rooms, and the ability to quickly toggle on and off lights are just a few of the key updates that have come with the Home app. One that might upset some people in the community is that if you have any fake AirPods or AirPods Pros or non-genuine Apple accessories, when you connect them up to your iPhone now, it is going to warn you that it cannot verify that they are genuine, and you have to jump through about 3 hoops to initially pair the devices. This is great for being able to spot fakes, but if you already have a fake, it could be a bit annoying and a little bit of a giveaway. So we really did cover so much here, but we are literally just scratching the surface. There are so many new updates behind the scenes that have happened, including haptics for keyboard, Siri, privacy, sharing, and even CarPlay. CarPlay could be a separate video in and of itself, and if you want to see that, then let me know in the comment section down below and I can cover as much of CarPlay as people want to see. Anyway guys, why don't you tell me your favourite feature of iOS 16 in the comment section down below, and of course my name's been Robert, this has been Review Clue, and I will catch you in the next one. Adios.